Everybody just stop. Everybody just stop. Listen, how y'all doing today? How you doing today? How you doing today? Listen, what I need to talk to you about right now is how we done been through the two main reasons we cut them out. We free, and that is the fake Nation of Islam, who too many man hours have not turned over what we needed as a people. So what we need to have new leadership, and these people say, well, I don't know the circumstances. I do not know the circumstances of why one would be stepping instead of employing and learning the legal ways of engaging from state to state and to participating in a system that is overshadowing us, a system that has put us into oppression, a system that can take away your children and not only put them in jail, detention, probation, but also the military, take them and put them in what they call a ship, called a scholarship, from the word skull or shu, which means hell, and put them in a different location that take away your foundation so they can capitalize off your children. But because of the way people think and the way people move, they do not realize they've been bamboozled, that the children is for their help, not you to help the children. There's a difference. The children are the help that was provided for you to continue to find your way. But if you do not find your way, that means you will not have the information, which is informed action or actions of formity. Formity as in growing, like form is the same word as farm. Farm and form is the same thing. So if you don't have that information, they will override you by default. If you don't have that information to keep them firmly in check, and the check is the seven is the Sabbath is the rituals, and the rituals is for the righteousness, so you will be not kidnapped if you do not have those rituals, that seven, that check mark, keeping them in check by way of the light. The light is the informed action, information. Then they will also be pulled in to a, what we call a bling bling light, a fake light. You see, a light of illusion. And that's what's happening with all these religions. There is no religion. We have a way of life. And in that way of life, it changes as whatever circumstances that we are in. We make change. But one thing that we do, the basics, is the Sabbath. And in that Sabbath is a festive day, a day of teaching. A day when the woman who understands that she is the tribal leader. She understands that her son is the light, is the extension of who she is. There is no gender. These facts are not given to you so they can have division. Once they say you come from your mother, you are your mother. And once they say you're a mother, but you only can use your male tendencies or your masculine ways, you become a robot. You see, you have to be balanced, and that chemical unbalancement lies in a lot of foods that you eat. When I say foods that you eat, it sounds like it said food, but it is a food because the word is ta'am. And it's certain things that we eat, it's certain things that we don't eat. But as alchemists, we have to go ahead and we have to make changes to our original diet to bring forth clarity and purification within our bodies so we can have the correct balancement. Now these things that I say to you with the infinite flow to manifest all truth and let the light grow. We speaking about the fake leadership of blacks when first of all we're not black and they're not white. They are what they call they are sick people from the manual of what we call the Levi's. That's why they wear Levi jeans. They wear Levi jeans because they want to know what's going on. You see? And every time they see Levi jeans, they know who you are. They don't have to read the book every day because they have something what they call signatures. In the signature is the signs of truth. Signature, signs of truth. And when they say the designs, and that was the sign of the devil, and that's why they start putting names and stuff and big patches on your clothes and stuff like that. The clothes is CLOTHES, is the clot. CLOT is the clot. Is the cover. To cover yourself from getting the energy from the sun. Each cell in your body demands to be under the sun. And this is why in certain areas we're in cold climate, so we cannot be under the sun. So it's a big plan. We're undertaking the plan. Big shout out to all the pimps up. And it's not that many. We don't need that many, because many comes with confusion. See? So we need is the elite. And that elite will have a title, because that is the same word. And they will be using pimp up because we appreciate the street life. You see? And the political life, we will make changes to that. And then we'll adopt other names to that. So those who are in the political, in the process of governing what you call America, which they say is the 48 states in America, is the new Central America, because our scope of the continent, the America's continent, goes from 2 hemispheres, and Mexico is not the center of this continent. So we are in a new location, as we call it, Central America, and we're taking what we need to do. So we talked about a recap. We talked about Farrakhan, and we talked about the Nation of Islam, which a lot of people will be kind of angry, but it's better to be angry now than continue to be led in a slaughter and to be put on tilt and to be put in a way where you're not really doing anything. You're doing things for selfish reasons, other people's selfish reasons. The first thing that I tell you to do is to learn the Constitution, to teach the Constitution, see, and become a part of the solution to the problem that we all see. And there is no black, there is no white. So when you're talking about your black Muslim, right, there is no such thing as a black Muslim. They'll give you that because they don't want you to go back and take over Mecca. You see, They want you to name something else Mecca. This is Mecca. This is Mecca. That is Mecca. This is the Kaaba. You know, we got a Mecca in New Jersey. We got a Mecca in New York. We got a Mecca in Brooklyn. No, that is not Mecca or Becca. You see, because the Kaaba and the structure, the square structure of the Kaaba is an Egyptian structure, and the Kaaba is what we call the navel to the planet Earth. Earth is a living organism that not only travels in a fixed groove, right? That's why we have the 4 seasons, right? And the season starts with spring. Spring like 4th, summer, and then you have the fall with the harvest, and then you have the winter, which it gets rest, and then it comes back into spring. So January is not the new year. They say a new year of January because they want you to have an agreement with their particular calendar. That particular calendar, Gregorian calendar, is your enslavement. When you agree and say, yeah, or a happy year, or a new year, you're agreeing to their calendar system. And you're going through their enslavement of their months. The word month, M-O-N-T-H, is T-H, which is the, and M-O-N, which is W-O-N, is they're saying that they, or the one, or the wind. The wind, T-H, which is the, W-O-N, from M-O-N, the M and the W is the same symbol. So each month they saying that they won. They won because you're entrapped in their system of things. And that's with the 8 hours a day, the 8 hours of sleep, the 8 hours of your free time. And we're going to ready to change that. And anytime that you get into what we call a vehicle, or you call it a car, from the word Arab, which means mobile, anytime you get into your vehicle and travel 30 minutes at the rate of 60 miles an hour, 60 miles away from your home, you're not out of range of your mental telepathy, but you're not activating your mental telepathy. So you're out of range of your physical abilities to protect yourself and your children. Anytime you give your children to another tribe of people for them to teach them, you're really, really out of order, buddy. You're out of order, lady. And this is why we have the Pimp Up movement, so you can be reminded. And the re is the ray, which is the energy, is the disc. When your child sits at a desk, that desk is them. That's the disc, or the ray, or the light of the sun. Say it again. When your son or daughter sit at a desk in school, that is for them to shine their light on that paper to give information concerning that subject, so the teacher, who is a leacher, can be taught by them. And this is how they data mine, and this is how they steal the hope of the future of the returning souls, because we don't die. And this is how they in front of our children, because our leadership, or the leadership, did not take time to fully analyze what was going on in their surroundings. They have not done the knowledge. And those who have done the knowledge, and those who hear these words when I say that Farrakhan was sent to dismantle a great movement, while his dean was also sent to dismantle a great unit, when they thought that being that was their teacher and guide, that he was over the movement. He was not over the movement, because you have what we call the angelic host, Anunnaki, Elohim, or in your layman's term, angels, that runs what's going on. And because it was 40 years is only a time span to give one knowledge so they can prophesy. For the prophecy as it stands, as to make the change and to get into the statutes, the laws of what's governing you, so you can have the truth on rules of engagement and how to battle those who call themselves judges but are not. Pimp up.